So today's day 15, and what I was thinking about today was when we go traveling, we are, we're not in our usual kind of routine, or we're not sleeping in the same place, we're not eating in the same place, we don't have our schedule. And often we're like, oh, well, if you're in a city or something and there's food that you want to try and you're like, well, I don't get to do this very often, so I'm just going to do that. And even if it's stuff that we wouldn't normally eat, that we know upsets our body or our stomach or whatever, we're like, well, it's a good excuse. I'm traveling. It's not something I do all the time, so I'm going to do it now and just enjoy it. However, and I've been using that excuse, and I've been eating things that just don't make me feel good. They just don't, and I know they don't, but I keep on eating them. And so I've been using that excuse. Well, I'm traveling, I'm out, I never get to taste these things, and I love to taste new things because I'm a cafe owner and I'm a cook, and I like to get new inspiration and ideas, and I'm also, into healthy food, and I like to see what people are doing out all over the place and what's new. However, I've forgotten that I've actually been traveling for almost 2 months now. And I'm going to be traveling for another 3 months. So that's a lot of time that I'm like, oh, well, I'm going to just take myself out of my normal healthy eating routine to try this and that. And I was telling my sister how I find it really hard to keep up with my health regime when I'm traveling. And, I was saying, I can't do it when I'm traveling. I just can't do it. It's really hard for me when I'm traveling. I'm really not good at that, blah, blah, blah. However, previously, I had been speaking to her about how we get stuck in these loops. So we get stuck in these loops that we'll constantly be telling ourselves. So my loop is, I can't stay healthy when I'm traveling. I need a schedule. I can't stay healthy when I'm traveling. I need a schedule. I can't stay healthy when I'm traveling. I need a schedule. So instead of continually going into this loop, this dead-end loop, what about saying, I wonder how I can stay healthy when I'm traveling. I wonder how I can find the right way to move my body and feed my body when I'm traveling to stay healthy. I wonder how I can do it. And so I'd been talking to my sister about that previously, about changing the loop. And so today she was like, well, I wonder, actually it was yesterday I was talking to her about it, and she's like, well, I wonder. And I was like, what are you talking about, I wonder? And then I was like, right, okay, yeah, I wonder how I can actually find my way in my travels to stay healthy, to look after my body, to eat the foods that nourish me. I wonder how I can do that. So it kind of was good because she snapped me out of my loop. And I realized that, wait a minute, I've been traveling for almost 2 months now, and I cannot keep on using that excuse to eat things that don't nourish my body in the way that I really need it to nourish my body. So that was a really good reminder. And for me, I need constant reminders. And that's something about this video journal, because I can look back at it, I do look back at it, and I'm like, okay, what was I saying then? What was I thinking then? And what's relevant then, and how am I progressing? So that's what this journal is about for me. It's also about, seeing me progress on my health and personal development in a journey adventure, basically. So yeah, getting out of that loop, wondering how I can actually create health when I'm traveling and nourish myself in a good way when I'm traveling and in different situations, in different cities, in different towns, and different, opportunities. How can I stay healthy when I'm traveling? That's it for today.